50, 60 feet high of just collapsed rubble pile. And I have to send him out into this. So I'm sending my baby out into these tunnels that anything can collapse at any moment. It's very scary. So I send him out, and I can't see him a lot of the time. So he has had to learn not just verbal commands, but he also has to know hand signals. So that's why he's always looking at me. He wants me to give him signals. Does anyone have a dog at home? You have dogs? So dogs learn faster with their eyes than they do with you speaking. So when you tell them, you teach them something, sit, just do a hand signal with it, and they'll pick up on the hand signal way faster than anything. So I have to be able to tell him to go way out, go right, go left, stop, down. I have to be able to tell him all these things right now. I'm trying to think if I can do anything here with him. I also have to tell him to get up on stuff sometimes. So let's walk over to this bench here. And I'm going to take him off lead because he is a great healer. Come here, heel. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
It took 3 years.
So if I wanted him to run out and go jump on that little bench right there, I hope he doesn't embarrass me because dogs usually embarrass their families. So I show it to him. You see that? Up.
Oh my God!
Wait,
Wow!
Yeah! Go back. Back. Good. Up.
Oh wow!
Wait. Sit.
Yay!
Up. Up. Sit.
Oh wow! Wow!
Nice job.
Yay! Yay!
That's the only way he gets rewarded is just a ball. No, it's the best reward in the world to him. So just imagine doing stuff like that. I have to do it on top of this big concrete pile. And the reason he has to be very attentive to me is because if I see any danger, if something starts shifting or something and collapsing, I have to tell him, stop right there. I don't want you to get hurt. So it's a fun time. That team that I was talking about getting on, that USAR team, Urban Search and Rescue it's called, I think that I might be, there's probably one woman to every maybe 40 guys or something like that. So that was challenging to get on. And in fact, the first person I went to and I said, hey, I want to be on this team. He said to me, nope, I'm not letting you on this team. I mean, just flat out told me, no, you're not getting on this team. And I said, why? He said, because you're not the type to be on this team. And so I said, it just so happened he was in charge of it. He was in charge of me getting on this team. He was the decider as to whether or not I got on this team. So I had to figure out another way to get on this team. And so I couldn't get on in the way that he was in charge of. So what I did was I found another talent in my talent department. The dog was now part for him to turn me down this time. Because I said, I have a trained dog. It takes 3 years to train these dogs. They have to be state certified and nationally certified. And there's no way he could turn me down. So I got on the team. It took me about 7 or 8 years later after he said no, but I got on. Does anyone have any questions about anything? It doesn't have to be about him. He's just one of the things. What's his training like? What about him? It's all about training sites. We have one in Davie and we have one in Miami. If anyone's seen that movie Superpower Dogs, they shot it in the one in Miami. So it takes 2 to 3 years to get training. So every single weekend we go out training with a big group of people and everybody brings their dog and everybody helps each other train each other's dogs. So what we'll do is we'll put somebody in a hole, we'll hide them in a hole, and then we'll release the dog and we'll let them go and search on this pile for the person. But when they're a puppy, they have no idea
This is one of 4 breakout
that they're
sessions.
searching for a dog. I know him so well, you know? It's like you start to get to know your dogs. Oh yeah, that's the spot. So when they're puppies, they don't know. They don't know what they're supposed to be looking for. And when they get to that person, how do you think they let us know that they found somebody? Barking, right? Exactly. So he'll bark. He'll find somebody, and he'll stay with that person and bark and bark and bark until I get up there and I say, "All right, good job, you did it." Sometimes it takes me 10 minutes just to get to where he is. So he has to stay there with the person. So I'm lucky in the sense that he has to be used to people that are scared. They've been trapped for 3 or 4 days. They're nervous. They might reach out and grab him because it's the first thing that they've seen in days. So he has to be very accustomed to being used to people. So that's why I'm lucky I get to bring him around everywhere I go. The more I get him used to everybody, the better. So, but aside from that, every single day is training. Whether it's little training like I just did there, walked over here, that's obedience training. So every day, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But I got on that team. That's a good question. Yep. Technically, it could be any dog. There's no rules against it, but there are certain breeds that are better than others at this job because we need them. Have you seen the bloodhounds? You know what a bloodhound is, right? With the big droopy ears, they're really cute, big nose.
I thought we were going to have her here, but she got called.
That's Macy is the bloodhound that was going to come. That's his girlfriend. Macy's his girlfriend. So the bloodhounds are really good at smelling. In fact, their smell is way better than these dogs. However, the bloodhounds, first of all, the bloodhounds do what they want to do when they want to do it. Okay? They couldn't do this obedience training or anything. They're going to sit when they want to sit. They're going to do what they want. And we can't have that because that's dangerous up there. Second, they're too big. They're going to shift the concrete too much. We need them nice and light and delicate. Third, they're too big because we have to travel on planes with them. We usually travel on like the C-120s, like the big military aircraft. We travel on those when we go, and they have to sit almost on our laps the whole time. So a big dog like that's not going to work. So yeah, we use a lot of Labrador retrievers, golden retrievers, Belgian Malinois. And then there's a couple off breeds like him. He's the underdog. He's called a flat coat retriever.
He was a rescue, right?
He was a rescue from Texas. Rescued from a pound in Texas, and now he's a hero.
Yeah. How did that guy respond when you actually got on the team? Do you remember? The one who told you no?
I think he just kind of he put up his white flag in his own way, or in my mind he did, because he had nothing. There was no option.
Probably was like 8 years later.
Yeah. And you know, not to speak bad about this person because I have a good relationship with him now. But it took me a long time to, I'm not going to say convince, but I'm going to say it took him a long time to learn that I'm a good person and I do my job well. And that's a really big part of being in leadership positions is not going out and trying to prove yourself to other people. You have to let them, you're going to have to earn that respect from people. It's not going to come when you force the respect. You can't tell them you can't go out there and tell them what to do and do this and do that, da-da-da-da. You have to earn respect slowly, and they're going to see that through your knowledge, through the way you treat people, and through your experiences. And so that's what happened with him. He finally learned. Hi.
Has a dog been injured before?
Has he been injured before? Yeah, he has, but it hasn't been super serious. One time he ripped his pads, you know, his pads that are at the bottom. His pads are a lot thicker than the normal dog because he's always out in concrete and rubble piles, so they're really thick. Everyone always says, how come they don't wear little booties when they go out there? Because there's glass and all kinds of stuff. But if you take they have five pads down there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you put a glove on it, now you have one. So they don't have as much stability with us. Like that would be putting mittens on us and trying to, you know, eat our food or something. It's not going to work. So he